I'm Chase, and this is All Things Random. Today, we are talking about possibly one of the best gifts you can get for your gun lover this Christmas. Now, why am I doing this video? We are 9 days until Christmas and just enough time to still do some last minute shopping, especially on places like Amazon, which is exactly where I picked this up. And I'm going to leave a link down below. Now, what am I talking about today? Today, I'm talking about the GLORYFIRE Universal Gun Cleaning Kit. Now, the reason why I am doing a review on this is because when I came across it, I can be honest with you, a lot of issues that I have when it comes to getting gifts for people that I care about, my father, father-in-law, friends, brother-in-law, they're all gun guys, right? Everybody likes to go out to the range. I live here in Alaska, so it makes a lot of sense. But normally, when you have guns, you have to buy a cleaning kit for every single gun. You know, if I have pistols, I have to buy a pistol cleaning kit. If I have a shotgun, I have to buy a shotgun cleaning kit. Same thing with a rifle. And it just gets cumbersome and you have all this stuff in a specific area. Well, this year you can actually get something for someone that they'll actually use. Now let's take a look at this thing. Okay, the GLORYFIRE Universal Gun Cleaning Kit. Now inside it has a lot of stuff. This thing basically will clean any gun that you have in your arsenal. So we're gonna dive into all the details about this, and I'm gonna show you everything that it comes with. Okay, so let's take a look at everything that comes in here and why I think this is a pretty great deal. Well, like I said before, basically this is a universal kit for everything. It doesn't matter what kind of gun you have, this is gonna clean it. In fact, it even has a 50 caliber jag in here in case you have a very large rifle. So let's go over exactly what comes in here. So already you can see that it has basic brass rods because this is a push rod cleaning kit. There are two types of cleaning kits that I'm aware of. There's push and pull. Pull would be a cleaning kit that normally has a rope, has a brass end. You slot it down the barrel, then you pull it out in the direction of the bullet. Push rods are basically the same thing, except you start from the bullet end or the chamber, you push down through the barrel, and then you end up having to pull back. So you get a sort of double pass when you're cleaning through the barrel. Some people agree with that, some people don't agree with that. I can tell you that push rod systems are just fine. In fact, the one thing that I really like about this, and I'll give you an example of something like a Walmart cleaning kit, right? You get a Walmart cleaning kit, something for pistols. The push rods are extremely thin. This thing literally weighs probably 5 times as much as a rod from one of the cheaper cleaning kits that already cost you like 15 bucks if you go to Walmart or you go to Sportsman's Warehouse or Cabela's. So, and I have cleaning kits from those places, and I can tell you that this thing literally feels like it just has a lot of heft to it. I think this is 4 or 5 times thicker than the standard brass rod. That's already a positive thing for me. And there's multiple different ones. You have the thinner ones for the thinner rifles and the thicker ones for the larger rifles or the larger bore when it comes to pistols, rifles, or shotguns. So that is already a huge plus for me. I really enjoy seeing that because it just shows that it has quality. Another thing that I read when I was looking into this kit is the fact that everything they use is milled out of solid brass. All the jags here are milled out of solid brass. All the loops are milled out of a piece of solid brass. Everything that they have here when it comes to like the actual brass is milled out of solid pieces of brass. You don't see that too often. Mostly they do casting. Now in the kit you get both your bore brushes and you get bore mops. These are for cleaning. These are mostly for drying and lubricating. It also comes with, I think, 100 or 200 patches, and it has multiple different brushes. Now, this is something that I'm very happy with also. When I go and I get a cheaper cleaning kit, they normally don't come with brushes. I normally have to get like a toothbrush or an old toothbrush. Anybody who cleans guns know that everybody has an old toothbrush to help clean their gun. Well, this not only has brass, but it also has nylon and it has iron. Now, there's a reason for each one of them. Now, when you have a gun, you want something like brass because brass is a very soft metal. So you can use brass when cleaning the barrel, when cleaning the inside of the gun, and this is not going to scratch the steel that the gun is made out of. Now, that is a rule of thumb, and I'll get into a negative about the kit, about something they also sent as an extra that sort of is a pro and a con because of the metal it's made out of. Now, brass itself, again, softer metal, so you can use this to clean any part of the gun except like the composite body, and it won't scratch it. Now, clean the composite body, clearly you're going to want to use the nylon brush. Now, also, if you look at something like an iron brush, this can be used to clean parts like the bolt carrier group of your AR-15. Really good, really high quality, really happy to see that. In fact, I haven't even owned a iron or brass brush, and I've never used them since I got out of the military. And not only was I in the military and a precision shooter in the military, but I'm a police officer. And even at the department, we don't have steel brushes. We have nylon brushes, but we don't have iron or brass. I said steel, it's iron and brass. So that, to me, is a huge positive thing that it comes in this kit. So let's take a quick look at the calibers. .243, 22, these are rifles. Then you go into the pistols, 45, 49, back into the rifles, all the way down to a .20, a .17. So actually you can clean a BB gun with these. 270, 30, 410, 50 cal, 54, 20 gauge shotgun, 12 gauge. Now, this also includes the mop sizes too. You have as small down as a BB gun, a .17, which is a .177 for a BB gun or a pellet gun, all the way up to a 12 gauge in the mops. Now, moving down, they do offer bottles here for both solvent and lubricant. You can put whatever you want in here. It's nice to see, and this space is large enough that you don't have to fill these bottles up with solvent or with lubricant, but you can literally just put a standard bottle of lubricant or solvent right here that you would get from a sportsman's place or, like I said, Walmart. So it's nice to see that they have big enough space there that you don't necessarily have to use the bottles they have. However, one of the things is it does have a sort of steel tip. So if you're lubricating, in precision spots, let's just say I have a subcompact semi-automatic handgun, flip the slide over and start lubing, in the slide in specific spots. It's nice that these are precision. Same thing with the solvent. The solvent necessarily doesn't need to be precision. You basically just throw solvent on it, clean it off, and then you lube it afterward. Now, let me show you the additional stuff that they sent. Now, they also sent a bunch of cleaning Q-tips, basically. These are great. I think there's 100 in here. These are great because when you get into small spaces, it's nice that these right here, you can see, are like arrow tipped. So basically, you can get in and clean every little detail, every spot, into the nook and crannies. Now that's important. Some people would say, oh, you can just field strip a gun. You really don't have to detail clean it. Well, I can tell you that I carry a gun for a living, and I want my gun to be clean and operational and, well, lubed. One of the other things they sent is these plastic picks. Now, the plastic picks are fine. Now, one of the things you would use a pick for is to get a lot of carbon off of things like your bolt carrier group if you go out and shoot something like a rifle or an AR-15, a semi-automatic rifle for a long period of time. Now, in the military, we used to use picks because we'd want to get in and get literally all the carbon off the bolt carrier group, on the inside of the chamber, everything. Now, plastic is fine. The problem with plastic is it really doesn't hold up very well. Now, you can use this and it's going to get some, but it's really not going to get the hard, stubborn stuff. Now, you can put some solvent on it and then come back through with the plastic, and that's fine. Now, it's great that they offer these, but still, plastic, it really doesn't do much for cleaning a gun, but it's still better than having none at all. So it's nice that they at least added these as an extra, because you can still use them to get dirt out, to get dust out. One of the things that I know happens in a lot of places is it's muggy, dusty. When you have dust and you have moisture in the air, you actually create like a thin layer of silt and mud on the outside of your gun, and this is actually good to clean it off. The last thing they sent, which is great and bad at the same time. Now they sent a stainless steel pick. Now a stainless steel pick is fine, but when you're cleaning a steel gun with a steel barrel, you don't want to use a steel pick. It's going to end up scratching the surface, which it's arguable that it's a bad thing. You know, they say that if you scratch the surface of steel, sometimes it helps promote oxidation and then later rust. But if you keep your gun well oiled, that shouldn't happen. But, you know, I like the fact that they did send this as an extra, but I wish it was not made of steel. I wish it was not a steel pick. I wish it was something like a brass pick, because, you know, then I don't have to worry about it like really scratching up my gun. This is still good to use for those hard carbon places, the stuff where carbon can really get in. An example would be your gas blowback tube on your AR-15. This is actually nice for that, because you're not really worried about scratching that. You just want to be able to clear out the carbon. Let's do a serious pros and cons of this kit and why you should or shouldn't buy it. Now, I'm not here to blow smoke. I'm here to sort of give you a little bit of my experience, why I would or wouldn't purchase this kit for me or someone else. Well, I can tell you that one, this has everything in it. This is everything that you would need to clean a gun, minus the solution and minus the oil. But a lot of places can't ship solvent in the mail. Not really a big deal. You can basically pick it up at any sports store. So that, to me, is really not a big deal. The plastic picks really aren't a big deal for me. It's not a deal breaker for me, because these are extra. These don't even come in the kit, and neither does the stainless steel pick. That's just an extra that they add on when you order the item on Amazon. Now, what do I like about this kit? Well, I like the brass rods. These things are super thick. If anybody knows anything about cleaning guns, especially rifles, when you have multiple brass rods put together, that the longer it gets and the more you end up pushing this through the end of a barrel, the more likely it is to bend. As you're pushing it through, the more likely it is to bend. I'm telling you, this thing is super thick and heavy. This is heavy duty. In fact, I can see myself like sword playing with my kid with this, because it's so heavy duty. I'm not going to do that, but if you understand what I'm saying, like, this thing is heavy duty. I'm not worried about this bending or anything else. So I'm really happy that they use solid, sturdy construction. Again, 4 or 5 times thicker than the average brass rod that I have in my garage. I don't even know where the stuff is in my garage, because literally, the problem with buying individual kits is if you don't buy something to put it all in. So let's just talk about pricing real quick. So this is like 50 bucks, and it gives you everything that you would need. Well, if I go out and I go to the cheapest place I can find, which is Walmart, and I buy a pistol cleaning kit, it's going to cost me $10 to $15. Then I'm going to have all this loose stuff that's hanging around. Now, if I'm like, hey, I need to clean my shotgun, well, I need to go buy a specific shotgun cleaning kit. Well, that's going to be another $10 or $15. So already I'm at 30 bucks, we'll just say. And we're with less quality things. Now, that stuff is also just laying around, getting lost. Now I need to clean my rifle. Now I need to go buy a specific caliber rifle kit. I can get a small caliber rifle kit or a large caliber rifle kit. It really depends on what I'm shooting. It's not all encompassing. If I had a 50 caliber rifle, I'd have to go specifically buy a kit for a 50 caliber rifle, whereas this thing even has a solid brass Jag 450 caliber, which I don't ever need. I don't ever see myself getting a 50 caliber rifle, but if I did, I would be able to clean it with this. So I'd have to buy all these little cleaning kits just to be able to clean the few guns that I have. and I'm already over 50 bucks ordering all these little things and then having to find a centralized place, a bag or some sort of tote to put it all in. It's not nicely laid out for me. There's not a spot for everything. It's literally everything thrown in a bag, and that's sort of how it is. That's how most people treat their cleaning stuff. But it's nice that you have this. You have a kit that you can take with you out to the range. You can clean out at the range. You can clean at home. It's all encompassing. It has everything that you would need, and it's high quality stuff. Now, the one thing that I also like is that it has shotgun stuff. Now, I am a police officer, and as a police officer, I can tell you that I have a 870 shotgun, I have an AR-15 or an M4, and I have a 9mm pistol. I also have a 40 caliber pistol that was issued to me, and I also have a subcompact handgun to conceal carry when I'm off duty. Now, a lot of states have conceal carry laws, and you can conceal carry as a civilian every day. Now, I have a faithful belief that every job has a tool. I'm not going to build a house with a screwdriver. I'm going to build a house with a hammer, nails, or a high torque drill and screws, right? I'm not going to build it with screws and a screwdriver. That just doesn't make any sense. Every job needs a specific tool, which is why I always tell people you should have a shotgun for home defense, you should have a subcompact gun to conceal carry if you wish, you should have a full-size semi-automatic handgun, and a rifle if you want to do hunting or target shooting or some sort of long-range shooting. Well, if you have those guns, this kit will clean all those guns. It's actually nice that there is a company that's willing to offer everything that's high quality for 50 bucks on Amazon that I can get shipped to my house. And I can pack it up and take it right to the range, and everything's here. I don't have to worry about losing anything or misplacing anything. The moment I'm done cleaning, or if I need to do something else, I put it right back in its place. I think that if you're going to buy a gift for someone this year who is a gun guy or is a hunter or something like this, you cannot go wrong getting something like this. And again, Christmas is around the corner. You don't just want to waste your money on nonsense. Now, this is just an overview of the cleaning kit itself. If you guys want to know how to clean guns, a lot of people look on YouTube because they'll purchase their first gun. They really don't know how to take care of it. They don't know how to clean it. Well, if you guys are interested in something like that, leave a comment down below. And if I get enough comments, maybe I'll do a video on how to clean a shotgun, a rifle, and a pistol. Now, if you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment of the content you guys would like to see on this channel. This is all things random. I do mostly watch stuff, but I'm an avid gun guy. I believe in protection. I am a cop. I also believe in proficiency. If you have something, keeping things clean, neat, and tidy. Now, I have a lot of videos coming up in the future. In fact, I'm dropping a video tomorrow, so hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified when I drop that next video. Until next time.